Greetings to all as we continue celebrating during this Christmas time, this Christmas season. We come to this great feast of the Holy Family, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Obviously a model for all our families. Maybe not in actuality, at least if you're like my family, but at least it's something to strive for. The church gives us this weekend plenty of readings. I'm not quite sure which to focus on yet for this weekend, but maybe a couple points to be drawn from them. I mean, we have some that definitely focus on father and son and honoring the children and honoring the father and the mother. We have the beautiful story of Hannah conceiving her son, Samuel. And we definitely see the dignity and the beauty of human life through that. And we're better to celebrate that great gift of human life than in our families, right? That great joy. You see it in mothers when they find out. You see it in fathers when they're holding their child for the first time. There's this great joy that comes from living in a family. And yet, with that, there also comes strife, especially if you grew up with brothers and sisters. I mean, there's fight after fight. My sister, I mean, we've grown up and everything now, but she still remembers a bagel I threw at her, I don't know, when we were like 9. I mean, there's strife. There's difficulty. And I think there's something beautiful in this feast. One of the readings, the second reading, comes from Colossians. And St. Paul reminds us, put on as God's chosen ones, because we are chosen, holy and beloved, heartfelt compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience, bearing with one another and forgiving one another, if one has a grievance against another. As the Lord has forgiven you, you must do so also. What a beautiful practice for our families, right? I mean, this is where it's supposed to happen. Our families, yes, we can bicker, we can fight. There's difficulties, and as we grow, sometimes we get pulled far away, but it's always to remember we're first part of God's family. He's chosen us, and He's filled us with the capacity to have this heartfelt compassion. And as we struggle, great, struggle, but struggle to live this life in this way. That's why we have the image of the Holy Family. Even in that perfect family, there was still a little bit of strife. Jesus walks away in the temple, driven by this deep desire to follow his Father's will. But of course, you know, Mary and Joseph are left kind of wondering, well, what do we do? Where did he go? There's worry. And that reunion shows a deep love and a deep commitment to Christ. So in our families, we're called to emulate the gifts that God gives us through the Holy Family, but also to remember if each member of our family strives to put God's will first, then, well, through that, He unites our family in that purpose of seeking this holiness that the Lord bestows upon us. That's this Sunday's game plan, hoping that you have a very holy celebration of the Holy Family and that you can imitate their gifts in your life. God bless you.